Well, good morning, my little darlings. It's Granny Patty, and we are on lesson 12 this morning. And guess what we get to talk about today? Something you probably know a little bit about. It's called Mexico. Today we travel south to the United Mexican States. This is the official name for the country we call Mexico. This beautiful country has a long and unique history, a rich culture to discover. Sombreros, tacos, hot chocolate, and mariachi music are just some of the delightful things we will experience as we take a journey through Mexico today. As its official name suggests, Mexico is a country divided into 31 states. Mexico City is separate from the states, much like the District of Columbia in the United States of America. Though it is not a state itself, it does have some autonomy similar to other states in the country. The largest state in Mexico is Chihuahua, pronounced Chihuahua. This state is well known for the common dog breed that shares its name. Chihuahuas are small dogs that have a high-pitched bark. Mexico is bordered by the Chihuahuas are small dogs that have a high-pitched bark. They can be annoying, and I'm sure you've heard them too, but they are really cute. Mexico is bordered by the United States of America, specifically California, Arizona, and Texas. To the north, the Gulf of California and the Pacific Ocean to the west, the Gulf of Mexico to the east, and Guatemala and Belize to the south. It is a common tourist destination, not only for restful vacations, but also for modern, inexpensive, compared to Canada and the US, dental and health care. Oh, this is our first activity break. Use an atlas to find the state of Chihuahua in Mexico. Then look up pictures of these little dogs. Do you like little dogs like Chihuahuas? Did you know they came from Mexico? Well, you probably didn't, but you do now. So what's the featured landmark situation in Mexico? Sotano de las Golondrinas, Cave of Swallows, is a remarkable sight. Surrounded by lush greenery, this massive sinkhole is home to one of the deepest drops in the world. The top of the sinkhole is large, but it pales in comparison to the bottom of the cavern. This cavern is hundreds of meters deep, over 1,500 feet, and the area at the bottom is said to be close to the size of 3 football fields. People who do free fall jumps into this hole fall for around 12 seconds. Close your eyes and count to 12. Then imagine falling through the air as you count. That is a long fall. This cave is so large that during the rainy season, it sometimes experiences its own waterfalls, and clouds can even form inside the cave. This cave isn't just known for its sheer size, though. At night, thousands of birds nest in the cavern, and at sunrise, they all begin their flight out of their roost. Because of the depth of the cave, these birds fly upwards in a circular pattern until they reach the outside of the cave. Then they scatter to do life as a bird all day long, returning to the cave in the evening to the safety of their home. Activity break, you guys. Look up videos or pictures of this cave. Would you want to free fall or explore here? What do you think it would be like to see thousands of swallows exiting the cave each morning? And can you just imagine all the poop everywhere? Oh my goodness. Remember you guys had problems with the pigeons. Can you imagine? Thousands of birds. Oh my goodness. Doesn't sound like fun to me. So what land and animals are in Mexico? Mexico has a reputation for cheap tropical getaways and is known for its incredible beaches. There is more to the country than a good vacation spot. Mexico is a land of towering mountains and plunging canyons, of desert plateaus and lush forests. The country is home to the Copper Canyon, a remote canyon in the state of Chihuahua that reaches depths even deeper than the Grand Canyon of Arizona. From the deserts of the north part of Mexico to the rainforests of the Gulf Coast, Mexico provides a home for a multitude of creatures. The puma is North America's most widespread large cat species. These stealthy hunters can be found from Canada's northern territories all the way down to South America. It is rare to find an animal that has more than one name in any given language, although it is not unheard of for an animal to have a couple of different names. The puma is a unique case. As some have claimed, there are dozens of names for this animal. Among them, cougar, mountain lion, Florida panther, and catamount are the most well known. These majestic cats are generally a light tan color, have round faces that look just like a giant house cat face, and have a long tail. They can be as long as 8 feet and weigh as much as 180 pounds. These cats are solitary creatures, hunting on large territories for unsuspecting creatures just before sunrise and just after sunset. Dawn and dusk, or twilight, defines those. Where they live dictates what they hunt. In their northern territories, moose or elk make a delightful meal, but further south they will eat animals like deer, porcupines, armadillos, raccoons, and other animals. They will also hunt domestic sheep, pigs, horses, cows, or really anything that moves when they are very hungry. A hungry puma is a dangerous thing. So what kind of food do we get from Mexico, you guys? What kind? Well, Mexican cuisine has to be one of the most popular ethnic foods in the United States and Canada. It is so popular that many dishes have become part of the national diet of Canadians and Americans. Who can resist a delicious taco, burrito, fajita, quesadilla, enchiladas, or taquito? Round out the menu with a corn salad and a Mexican hot chocolate, and you are ready for a feast. Mexican food is good in other countries, but nothing quite compares to Mexican food in Mexico. Eating Mexican dishes prepared with the authentic flair of the people that have had the recipes and first-hand know-how passed down for generations, and the freshest ingredients makes all the difference. Not to mention the taste of a fresh corn tortilla is not even comparable to the bagged variety we find in most supermarkets. I think they're talking about chips in that particular statement. Mexico is also the birthplace of chocolate. The ancient Mayan people of southern Mexico mixed their thick chocolate beverage with chili peppers or honey. The Aztec culture even used cocoa beans as money to buy other goods, and the drinking of chocolate was reserved for special occasions or only the wealthy. The Spanish originally brought chocolate to Europe, and once other European countries discovered it, they began to make new recipes using cane sugar, cinnamon, and other flavors. Over time, the process and form of chocolate have evolved into what we recognize today. Okay, what's the history? Mexico is a land of mixed cultures. The ancient Mayan and Aztec cultures of early Mexico, confirmed by archaeological evidence, originally influenced the culture, but have now disappeared. In their place, the mestizo culture, which is indigenous Spanish mix, sprang up as the majority in the nation, with around 30% of the people being of indigenous descent, representing varying people groups. The Spanish conquistadors also had a strong influence on the culture of the Mexican people that we see today. They brought bullfighting to Mexico, which has remained a popular part of the culture to this day. The mariachi music and beautiful Mexican folk dance is a mixture of European, indigenous, and African heritages, which make a true display of the melding of cultures into something new, unique, and truly beautiful. The Spanish conquistadors also brought their faith with them, and most of the Mexican people eventually converted to Roman Catholicism. They left, leaving their pagan religious practices behind. Mexico has the second largest population of Catholic people in the world. As mentioned above, Mexico is home to some amazing archaeological sites. Archaeology is the study of the past through digging in dirt and interpreting what you find from civilizations and years past. The Cholula Pyramid is one of the largest pyramids in the world, and it gives us some insight into the cultures that live there. Unlike the pyramids of Egypt, they are famous as tombs. This pyramid and others in Mexico were erected for religious purposes. Over the years, and with the help of many different civilizations, the Aztec people eventually built it to the size that it is today. This pyramid is larger than any Egyptian pyramid, and though it was used in evil religious practices, it is a remarkable structure. Well, I didn't know that. That was kind of interesting to find out. Okay, activity break number 3. Are we on number 3? Find a video recording of the mariachi music and or video of Mexican folk dance. That can be a lot of fun. I love mariachis. Another hands-on activity, make a menu for a Mexican feast. Find recipes and plan a special meal for your family. Try to include something you've never tried before. Well, that would be kind of interesting for you guys. Excuse me. All right, my dears, it's now time to get your notebooks ready, your pens ready, your pencils ready, your crayons ready, whatever Mommy asks you to do. And I, Granny Patty, loves you very much. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and we will talk again soon. Bye-bye.